So this question looks like it's going to be a translate word problem question. I know that just given the length of the question, TWP questions are usually 4 or more lines long. So just put 4 plus lines. So keep that in mind. So whenever you're reading questions like this, you just want to make sure that you're not going any farther than a single sentence without pausing to make sure that you understand what you've read in that sentence, and definitely writing down any quantitative information that you read along the way. So let's read the first sentence. To study the moisture content in a group of trees, samples from the trunk of each tree were taken from 25 trees and cut in the shape of a cube. All right, so all I know from that is I have 25 cubes, basically, which come from 25 trees. Say from 25 trees. All right, so then the next sentence says the length of the edge of one of these cubes is 2 centimeters. So now that's describing something I can draw. So I'm going to use a plug-in picture strategy here. I'm going to draw a cube. It says the length of one of the edges is 2 centimeters. But in order for it to be a cube, that means all of the edges are 2 centimeters. So I'm going to label my length, my width, and my height, and understand that all of those black lines there are 2 centimeters. If this cube has a mass of 2.5 grams, all right, so mass equals 2.56 grams, what is the density? So here's the actual question. What is the density of this cube in grams per cubic centimeter? Right, so density is equal to some formula, and I'm going to tell you what that is in a second, but I just want to point out the fact that even if you didn't remember, even if you didn't know the density formula, the question tells you that the answer you're looking for has the units of grams per cubic centimeter. So remember, we have grams, so I'm going to put 2.56 grams in my numerator because that's what I know I want. And then how about cubic centimeters? What's a cubic centimeter? Well, again, all of these edges are centimeters. So 2 centimeters for the length, 2 centimeters for the width, 2 centimeters for the height. How would I get a cubic centimeter from that? Well, I'd have to multiply all 3 of those dimensions together. And I see that 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. And then I'd have 8 cubic centimeters, right? So I just kind of figured out the formula. Hopefully you know the formula. It's equal to mass over volume. But I wanted to do it the other way first, just to show you that even if you have forgotten this or never learned this, you can still answer this question based upon the hint provided with the units in this question. So now I'm going to go to my calculator. Things are fairly simple here. I'm going to just divide, say, 2.56 divided by 8. That's equal to 0.32. So 0.32 grams per cubic centimeter, which means my answer here is 0.32.